just like that, it's the second hour, ladies and gentlemen. Wish I was a time lord. I could get so much done. Let's go up to Canada and talk to Cindy. Hey, Cindy, thanks for the call. You are live.
Yes, Dr. Glidden. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome, Cindy. Who's your favorite hockey team?
Edmonton Oilers. No, I'm not sure. I don't have
come
one.
on, the Edmonton Oilers. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm having a seizure. Wait a moment. The Edmonton Oilers. Hold on. Whoa, I need to wipe my brow. I need to take a cup of coffee. I need to have some tea. Hold on. Woo.
I'm just kidding. I'm not into hockey.
I could tell by your tone, but I appreciate your playing along with me anyway. So, thanks for calling, Cindy. What's happening?
Well, I hope you can help me.
I do, too.
In April of this year, I started on Young Jeopardy. I started because I had H. pylori and ulcers.
Yep.
And I was doing actually real good. Like I'm taking the Ultimate Classic and the Cal-30 and selenium.
Yep.
And glucogel.
Yep.
And I was doing real good, and then I got real sick.
With what?
Well, I had that was about 2 months later. I had such headaches and such bad diarrhea. Bloody diarrhea, so I did a hair analysis, and it came back I had hantavirus. So this lady said, do some colloidal silver and oregano oil. So I did, and I got better. But ever since that, I've had this crazy diarrhea, I can't shake it. Is it
okay, and you don't think it's from the Ultimate Classic?
I have no idea. Maybe it is, I don't know, or from the Cal-30.
Yeah, okay, it could be from a lot of things. Doesn't make sense, though, that you would not have that, when you started taking the stuff, when you were feeling pretty good, and then all of a sudden, normally when you get a digestive problem from the supplements, it happens right away.
Mm-hmm.
And then as time goes by, those symptoms slowly fade away. The opposite is happening here for you.
Well, that's it. And
yeah.
This is so weird. Like, I phoned that lady lots of times, and she said that hantavirus settled into your weakest parts in your intestines and in your stomach. And she said it's going to take a long time to heal that. Well, I need suggestions. I don't know what to do. I'm not gaining anything from the Ultimate Classic because I'm putting it.
Okay, so here's what I'm glad you called. I can tell you exactly what to do. Okay. Because this is just a horrible place to be in. I mean, it's horrible.
It is.
You have diarrhea for 1 day, it's horrible. You have it for 3 months, you want to shoot yourself, right?
Right.
Yeah, I know. It's bad, man. All right, so here's what I'd like you to do, please. I want you to stop everything for 3 days. No nutritional supplements whatsoever for 3 days in a row, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm assuming you've eliminated the 10 bad foods, right?
Yes.
All right, good girl. I have something in my throat here. Hold on. Okay. So I want you to stop taking all of the nutritional supplements for 3 days.
Yes.
Then on day 4, I want you to add 1 supplement a day to the program. So you start with the Ultimate Classic on the first day, and then you do the Cal-30 the next day, and then the selenium and the glucogel, right? And you see which one provokes the loose stools, if any. Now, presumptively, if the nutritional supplements are at play here with the diarrhea, the diarrhea will go away, by day 3 when you stop everything, right?
Yes.
So that's either going to happen or it's not. So if you stop this stuff for 3 days and the bowels settle down and the diarrhea stops or gets remarkably better, then you want to continue to stay off of the supplements until your bowel movements are normal again. Okay? And then you would add the supplements back one at a time, one day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, you'll be able to figure out which one is causing diarrhea, if any of them are. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you stop the nutritional supplements for 3 days and there is no change whatsoever to the diarrhea, it's just as bad on day 4 as it was on day 1, there's no change, zero change, then this is probably something to do with the presence of a nasty microorganism in your gut. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the bad news.
Yes.
If there is a nasty microorganism in your gut, you need to figure out, and it's causing diarrhea of this long standing, you need to figure out what it is and kill it. And the hair test ain't going to do that. So there's only one test that I know of that can do that, and you need to do it if the diarrhea persists after day 4. There's a company that you can go to, an online company called, are there any naturopaths where you live? Any naturopathic doctors around where you live?
Well, there's some, I'm sure there are. Would a hair analysis do the same?
No. You need a specific laboratory test from a specific lab in the United States, and you can only get it through a doctor. So you can order it online, though. There's a company that does these laboratory tests individually for people online. The web address is direct, DIRECT, labs, LABS. Yep, directlabs.com.
Excuse me, I mean, here could a naturopath do that too, though?
Yeah, naturopath could, but it'll cost you more. I mean, you can just order it yourself online, unless, you're not comfortable with the internet, right? But I'm going to tell you the company and the name of the test. The company's, the laboratory is Doctors Data. Doctors Data, D like David, A, T like Thomas, A. And the name of the test is the Comprehensive Stool Analysis plus Parasitology times 3. It's the Comprehensive Stool Analysis plus Parasitology times 3. And if you have a bug anywhere in your body, this test guaranteed will uncover it. And the cool thing about this test is the methodology that they use is extremely sensitive and specific. It is a really, really, really good diagnostic tool to figure out whether or not there's a parasite in your body or not. And if they find a parasite, they'll also tell you what's going to kill it. They'll tell you what drugs kill it, and they'll tell you what herbs kill it. And then you just have to get on board with a Let's Kill the Bug program, and you're good to go. And for chronic and persistent symptoms like this is a good thing to dial in, because if there is a nasty bug in your body, you need to kill it. And you need to find out what it is, and you need to have a specific plan of attack to kill it. And this is hands down the most efficient, best way to do this. Now, if you go to directlabs.com, you can order this test yourself. Doctor's Data will send it to you. You follow the instructions, and then it has a prepaid mailer that it comes with. You put the collected samples. It takes 3 days to do this test. You need 3 different samples on 3 different days. You put all the samples into the prepaid mailer, and you call UPS or DHL or whoever ordered it. They come to your house and pick it up. The lab analyzes it and emails you the results. And the results are really pretty easy to understand. But if you need help doing that, understanding the results, if they do come back with something negative and you just can't understand it, but which I would be surprised, because it's really pretty easy. You can always call my office up and schedule a 30-minute appointment, and I'll just run through the results with you and tell you what the deal is.
Okay, so what is your office number?
That's 855 347 3696.
347?
Yep, 36.
Yes.
96.
Okay.
Extension 2. That's 855 347 3696, extension 2. That's toll free from anywhere in the world.
Would glucogel cause this?
No. Well, do you have a problem with shellfish?
I'm not. No, not that I'm not at all.
So you've never had a problem with shrimp or lobster or anything like that, right?
No.
Now, I don't think the main culprits here for the nutritional supplements are the Ultimate Classic and the Cal-Toddy, for sure.
Well, that's what I'm taking.
Well, I know, but it doesn't make sense to me that you should have developed this 2 months after you started taking it. That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Unless 2 months after you started taking it, you just started, shooting it down without diluting it in water and taking a long time to drink it. I mean, I don't know.
No, I definitely dilute it properly.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense to me. Now, if you have had somebody do some weird diagnostic test and they tell you that they think that you have hantavirus, well, I don't know, man, but this is what I want you to do. Do the elimination of the supplements for 3 days. Mm-hmm. See what happens to the diarrhea. If it goes away, then it's the supplements that are causing it, and you need to then figure out which one, and you do that by adding the supplements slowly back in one at a time, and you'll be able to figure it out, and then you just have to switch out to a different supplement, right?
Okay, so what would take the place of Ultimate Classic?
That's a very good question. There's a number of things you can do. One supplement is called Tropical Plus.
Yes.
There's another supplement called just Tangy Tangerine.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, there's Beyond Tangy Tangerine Original and Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0.
Is there oranges in there?
Yes.
Because I'm allergic to orange.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a problem, then. I don't think there's any in the first one that I mentioned. But you can go to Longevity's website and read the list, okay? Mm-hmm. So that's what I want you to do. And of course, the workaround for the Cal-Toddy would be the Beyond OsteoFX in a liquid form, the Beyond OsteoFX in a liquid. My heart goes out to you, Cindy. Figure it out. Call me back with a report. I'll look forward to it. Karen from Alberta is up. Looks like Canada is all over the call-in board today. Let's go to Alberta and talk to Karen. Hey, Karen, what part of Alberta are you in? Camrose, Edmonton, Red Deer? Where are you?
I'm in Edmonton.
All right. I'm not even going to ask you what your favorite hockey team is because I already know.
Definitely. I talked to you last week. I have MS, and I was asking about...
Oh, about the injection therapy. Yeah, I found out. I called Wallach. I got your answer.
Okay.
You sitting down?
I am.
Okay. So, the prohibition against vitamin C in massive amounts is... In many people, that much vitamin C will provoke runaway diarrhea.
Okay.
Which
runaway being you can't get it under control?
Well, it's like you'll be on the toilet every 15 minutes for like 24 hours.
Okay.
And then that will... that's number one. That's too much physiological stress for the body, and that's not good. But number two, it will scare away the less initiated from doing the medical therapeutic, right, from following through. I mean, that would scare me away. If I didn't know anything about anything and I went to some holistic doctor and they pumped me filled with anything, and I was on the crapper for a day for every 15 minutes, I would never go back to them again, right? So.
Right. Okay.
So as long as you understand that this is a possibility, then you're good to go with the vitamin C. I think it's a good idea.
Okay, so it's not going to actually hurt my body once the 24-hour diarrhea is done?
Well, you might not even get diarrhea. And the goal here, remember, then this is an important thing to understand. Any medical nutrition intervention whatsoever, any medical nutrition intervention is supposed to be 100% symptom-free.
Okay.
There should be zero negative side effects. Zero. So if you get a negative side effect, then the protocol needs to be modified. Because it's not a healing reaction. It's not a Herxheimer reaction. It's not a cleanse. It's just it was a bad program. It needs to be adjusted. So now, if you want to go and get it, there's no harm and no foul, but just understand that if it provokes diarrhea, it was an inappropriate dosage, and you need to tell the guy that did it, so if you get it again, that he modifies it.
Right. Okay.
But also,
well, it's not doing any long-term harm.
Well, the long-term, no. But the net negative of this is it's going to rob copper from your body.
Right.
Which we talked about.
Yeah.
So as long as you've got those bases covered, you're taking extra copper, then I'm good with the program. And, I'd be happy to hear what your feedback is.
Okay, so by extra copper, is there a supplement from Longevity that supplies just copper?
No, we never do that.
That would be taking larger amounts of the
selenium.
Selenium does.
Yeah,
copper?
Selenium. Yeah, because the selenium has the copper in it in relatively good doses. So if you're going to get IV vitamin C, I would do 12 selenium. How much do you weigh?
I weigh 110 pounds.
Yeah, so I would do 12 selenium for the following week after the IV, a day.
Okay. And then I usually take 9.
Yeah, then I'd back it down to 9. And you get a copper bracelet like I talked about and just wear it all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. And let me know what your experience is of this. Let me know what your experience is. Okay.
Yeah. And I just learned from one of the previous callers today that selenium should be between meals. I didn't know that. I was taking it with
Well,
meals.
the prohibition for selenium with a meal is that selenium is a mineral, and minerals are impeded from going into the bloodstream if you're eating a meal that has a phytate in it. And a phytate is spelled Phytate, phytate.
Yeah, I have a list of that. So if
you're phytate free, if your meal is phytate free, then you can have the selenium with a meal.
Okay.
But often, for generic purposes, most people don't have, they have never even heard of a phytate, and they're going to forget that I even said that.
Yeah, well, no, I just know about it from you. Otherwise, I wouldn't. But
yeah. So as long as you've got a heads up on that, you're good to go.
Okay. But EFAs can be taken the same time as phytates, right? Because there's no minerals in them.
That's correct. Yeah.
Right? Okay.
That's right.
Speaking of which, I have problems with the EFA Plus. I can at first I could only tolerate about 2 a day, and I'm gradually working up. I'm up to about 6 a day, but I get burpy, upset stomach.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, I've got a solution for that. You bet. Stick around. Stick around. We're up against the hard break here.
Okay.
I'll bring you back when we come back, so hang out. We're good. Stick around, folks. Yeah. What's that you say? You don't want to work? Well, if you're doing what you love, it's not work. And, I guess that's true. You're not relaxing on a beach. You're actually doing something. But it goes to the point. Some company was taking $20 a month out of my bank account. I just found this out 20 minutes before the show started. I was looking at my bank statement. I see this $19.95 withdrawal, and I didn't know what the heck that was. So I called. There was an 800 number there in the bank account statement. So I called the company up, and apparently I had clicked on some email link 18 months ago that allowed them to take the money out of my account. It was nuts, right? Crazy. But I could tell from talking to the person on the phone who was their representative that it was the worst freaking job in the world, and that, she was reading from a script. I could tell that it was boring for her. I could tell that she hated the job. You could just hear it in her tone. And, I was empathetic with her the whole time. And at the very end of the conversation, I said, hey, look, man, it's horrible working for a company that you hate. Why don't you check out my website? Because there's a business opportunity here that could change your life. And, there's opportunities everywhere for enrollment into longevity, especially in the world of today, especially in the economy of today, because everybody is strapped. Everybody, is trading their time for money, and everybody is suffering because of it needlessly. There's more money in the world right now than there ever has been at any moment in time. There is more money in the world than there ever has been at any moment in time, and you deserve a piece of it. You can get a big piece of it if you work a longevity business appropriately. So sign up, become a member of Longevity. What the heck are you waiting for? And lean on your upline and the insider subscription that I have, the tools that I have on my insider subscription to help you figure out how to make your longevity business successful. And, let's change the world. Let's finish it up with Karen from Alberta. Karen, you still with me?
I am.
Okay, so what was the problem that I was going to dial in because I forgot?
The EFAs.
Oh, the EFAs. Thanks. All right. So, are you vegetarian?
No.
Have you ever been?
No.
Do you have your gallbladder?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here's the recommendation. Well, there's two things you can do.
Okay.
You can get the longevity enzymes, digestive enzymes.
I have them. I use them.
All right. So do you use them before a meal in which you take the essential fatty acid?
Yes.
And you're still getting burp back of the essential fatty acid?
Sometimes I take it before the meal. Sometimes I take it right with it.
Yeah, so you want to take it before the meal, but take the essential fatty acids like in the middle of the meal.
In the middle? Okay, I take the essential fatty acids after the meal. I should take it in the middle?
Well, take it in the middle would be better, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Now, if that doesn't fix it, then you're just going to have to switch it out to the multi-EFAs. Or the Prohoba Omega. Either one. But, this might just be kind of, for whatever reason, your system just isn't all good with this, and so you just need to find a reasonable facsimile, right? And who knew?
Right. Okay, so the multi-EFAs, I tried those for a couple of days, and those were fine.
Well, then you're good to go there,
okay,
right?
But that doesn't have any of, the DHA in it.
Well, if you want, yeah, you're right. You're right about that. So then the next analog would be either add the Smart FX, but I wouldn't do that. I would get the Prohoba Omega. I did a webinar on EFAs like a year and a half ago, and I in one of the slides, I broke down the DHA, EPA coefficients of each of the longevity supplements, and I can't remember what they are off the top of my head, but if you go to your Insider subscription and reference that webinar, it'll pull it up for you.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see that webinar. Okay.
Yeah, and just hunt for the one that has more EPA or more DHA, and use that one.
Important one. Smart FX has really high DHA.
Yeah, but there's one of the fish supplements that has just as much as the Smart FX, and I can't remember which one it is.
So the Prohoba Omega, possibly?
It might be, but I listed them all out on the webinar, and you'd think I'd remember that, but I've done so many I can't.
Because that is important, right? Whereas the multi-EFAs, I'm not getting that.
Well, yeah, that's pretty important for you, given, the diagnosis that you have. But honestly, if you're cramming in cholesterol, even that's not going to be a problem. DHA is going to be relatively insignificant to you.
Okay, and is it worth a little bit of stomach upset? Gradually, I'm able to tolerate more. So is that a good idea?
Oh yeah, it's always a good idea to push the envelope with that stuff, especially in your situation. Absolutely.
Okay. I just wondered if that was doing my body bad. Okay.
No.
Okay.
You always want to push it. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens to you after the vitamin C thing. So keep me posted.
Yeah. Okay, and in the Brighter Mind book, which I got from Y Team Tools, for Carl Smith. Okay, in there, I was reading about omega-3s, about DHA, and he says that the triglyceride form is best. I
don't have an opinion about that either way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion about that either way. I'd have to do a little homework about that, so I'm not gonna blow smoke. The honest answer is I don't know.
Okay, and I don't know if yours are triglyceride or not, but okay. I will get
all right, Karen from Alberta, you're the greatest. Keep me posted. I'm very excited to see what happens to you after the IV vitamin C drip.
Can I just ask you about the copper? So I'm supposed to use the copper bracelet, the extra selenium, plus last week you told me about a product called Meso Copper.
Yeah, you want to do all three of those after this vitamin C IV. Absolutely.
That plus the selenium plus the copper bracelet. Okay,
yeah, I would only do the Meso Copper for 7 days. Right.
Oh, you told me 3 days.
No, well, I'm extending it out because I looked again at how much vitamin C they want to inject in your vein. It's a massive amount. I don't think it's a bad idea.
Okay.
But we have to kind of err on the side of caution, and taking a little bit more colloidal copper for a couple more days is not going to hurt you at all, and it might just help quite a bit.
Okay, so 1 teaspoon 3 times a day for a week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, kiddo, good luck. I appreciate your trust very much. Louisiana's up next. You know what that means? It's the Voodoo curse. Celeste, you're not going to give me a voodoo curse, are you?
No, I'm not.
Are you from New Orleans?
No, I live in Ruston.
Ruston.
I'm about 5 hours from there.
Well, that's good then. The further away from there, the better, because that's the voodoo central. We don't want any of that. Holy smokes.
We need you. We'd do that.
What's going on?
Well, I think I'm menopausal, and I'm happy one minute, I'm sad the next minute. I can rip a couple of hairs out the next minute.
Yeah, right.
And then I'm crying the next minute. It's nothing good.
Well, I get it, man. So the first thing you want to do is remove all of the guns from the house immediately.
Okay.
Get them the hell out. Just have your neighbor come over, take all the guns, and hide them in their house somewhere. And then a couple of months from now, you can go and retrieve them, because it's crazy. It's an emotional roller coaster, and it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
I have to give you credit, though, because most this happens to men, by the way. Also, it's called andropause.
Wow.
But, it's much more, a well-known thing in women. I don't know why. But one of the problems with the mood swings of menopause is that most women have no idea that it's happening to them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're clueless about it, right? They're clueless about it. The fact that you are not clueless about it, I mean, that's a really, really, really good sign. The fact that you have perspective on this and that you know that this is a problem, I mean, that bodes really well for your success here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so the recommendation here is eggs, and then more eggs, and then put some butter on the eggs, and then put some whipped cream on the eggs, and then use full-fat yogurt and full-fat milk, and have some more butter, and then some more eggs. You need to go crazy for cholesterol. You need to eat a lot of cholesterol, because that's what your hormones are made from. So you need to provide your body with enough cholesterol to be able to kind of handle the transition here that you're in, number one. Number two, you need to give your liver support, because your liver is intimately involved in hormone production and regulation in your body. And so we support liver function with selenium supplementation.
Okay.
For the next 4 to 8 weeks, I would do 12 selenium a day. That's four bottles a month of the selenium.
Okay.
And the women's hormone balancer, 1 bottle of the women's hormone balancer, and take 4 of those a day.
I have the women's it's the women's FX.
Yeah, you don't want that. You want it's a specific product called Women's Hormone Balancer. That's the one you want.
Okay.
On top of, the Healthy Start Pack, right? So that's just assumed that you're going to continue to do that.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so the Women's Hormone Balancer, so the add-ons would be the Women's Hormone Balancer, selenium, and a boatload of cholesterol.
Okay, so I take 4 breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
I would do the selenium, I would do it between meals.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do this.
4?
Yeah, 4, and 4 between meals, yep.
Okay.
And the Women's Hormone Balancer, that's 4 a day. You can do those with a meal.
Okay, good.
And you want to spread those out. Take 2 with breakfast and 2 with dinner. That's how I would do it.
Okay. I have a friend, she has shingles, and they want to do surgery because it's affecting her nerves. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, the surgery, I mean, that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous for shingles. You got to be kidding me. I mean, that's the MD's methodology, right? Oh, you have nerve pain, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go in with a little hot rod, and we're going to burn the hell out of your nerves, and we're going to kill all the nerves, in your arm, so you won't have any more shingles pain. You want to do that? Okay, sign right here. Oh, that's right. If your arm falls off, you can't sue me. If your leg falls off, you can't sue me. If you get an HIV infection, you can't sue me. If your right eyeball pops out of your head during surgery, you can't sue me. And we're going to burn all the nerves everywhere in your body into obliteration. You won't be able to feel anything anymore, but at least the shingles pain will be gone. Is that a good idea?
Oh, God. No.
That's what they try to sell people. I mean, it's nuts. I don't get it, man. It is. It's crazy. One of these days, everybody's just going to collectively snap out of it. You know, there was this thing that was done years ago. I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounds good, so I'm going to talk about it. It was called the 100th Monkey. And these anthropologists were on some island somewhere in Africa, I think. I don't know where the hell it was. Maybe off the coast of India. And there were two different troops of monkeys, one on the east side of the island, the one on the west side of the island. There was no communication between the two. They were two separate tribes of monkeys. And there were mango trees everywhere. And the monkeys on the east coast figured out that when the mango dropped off of the tree into the mud or into the sand, they could get the sand and the mud off of the mango by putting the mango in water, and all of the mud would just immediately blow off of it, and they could eat the mango without having to deal with the sand. So one of the monkeys in the tribe figured out how to do this, and then 2 monkeys, and then 3 monkeys, and then 5 monkeys, and then after every monkey in this tribe on the east side of the island started doing it, all the monkeys on the other side of the island started doing it spontaneously because of some type of presumed collective consciousness. This is my hope for humanity. You stick around with me, Celeste. I'll dial this in for you when we come back. You can, if you get on board with longevity, and you will suffer and die if you maintain the course with your MD's Machiavellian, mediocre, monopolistic medicine delivered at a profit, for goodness sakes. So, you know, right, the 100th monkey theory is that once a certain percentage of the population all starts understanding something, then that information trickles through the collective consciousness and everybody gets it. Some social scientists say it's 16%, I think, 16 or 17%. So when 17% of the people in Canada are doing longevity, everybody's going to want to do longevity. When 17% of the people in the States are doing longevity, everybody's going to want to do it, and that's how we're going to change the world. Get in while the getting is good right now. It's good to be the king. And the sooner you get into longevity, the higher up in the hierarchy you're going to be as the explosive growth continues to change the world moving forward into the future. Let's go back to not Voodoo Queen Celeste in Louisiana. Celeste, are you still with me?
I'm here.
Okay, so remind me of what we're talking about.
My hormone imbalance.
Oh, yeah, we already did that. Now you've got someone with shingles, right? You had someone with shingles.
With shingles, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so here's what we do to help the immune system of people who are suffering with shingles. Every time they get a shingles attack, you get the colloidal silver, you put it into a spray bottle, and you spray it directly on the lesion, the shingles lesion, every 2 hours while they're awake. Just spray it on it. Just spray the colloidal silver on it every couple of hours. Soak the crap out of it with colloidal silver all of the time. Also, get 1 bottle of Killer Biotic per 50 pounds of body weight per month. 1 bottle of Killer Biotic per 50 pounds of body weight per month. Figure out how many capsules that is a day. Take that many capsules a day when the shingles is present. When the shingles is present, up the ante with the Killer Biotic. And if you take the Killer Biotic with food, that's best. You want to eat a diet high in protein when you're dealing with any type of an infection to the body, because the immune system is made from protein. And that's one of the ways that we upregulate protein function, immune function. And also, you want to eliminate extracurricular sugar in the diet when you're dealing with an infection, because sugar suppresses your immune system. Remember, sugar suppresses the immune system. Orange juice, one of the worst things anybody can drink when they're dealing with any type of an infection like a head cold or the flu or whatever. Okay, so limit sugar, increase protein, Killer Biotic internally, colloidal silver externally, and this, of course, on top of the Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid plant-derived minerals and selenium, appropriate for body weight. Now, if she continues to do this over the course of a year, she follows this program, she eliminates the 10 bad foods, takes the Healthy Body Start Pack and selenium every day, and then when she gets the shingles, she shoots the crap out of it with the colloidal silver and takes the Killer Biotic and, increases protein and eliminates sugar. Then every time she gets the shingles, it should be less and less less and less intense, less and less painful, and then eventually we would anticipate that it would just stop happening altogether.
Okay. Can I take de-stress for anxiety? Because that's how I feel.
Well, a better thing to take for anxiety is calcium. So when you're feeling anxious because of this hormonal swing, I would have a shot of the calcium and a little bit of orange juice, the liquid calcium and a little bit of orange juice. That's a much better strategy. But I tell you what, you start eating more cholesterol and you take the women's hormone balancer, all of this stuff is just going to fade away into the background, and it's going to take less than 3 weeks to do it. Okay. I know, right?
Oh, good. Yeah.
But remember, get the guns out of the house.
Good.
Celeste, you're the greatest. Best of luck. Call me with a report, right? I'll look forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, you did it again. You spent 2 hours with me. I appreciate it more than you know. I am your steadfast advocate for health, Dr. Peter Glidden. Thank you so much for tuning in and turning on the next live event tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, live long and prosper. See you around campus.